Discover the rarest and most valuable Canadian 5-cent coins, worth big money and even sold out for millions. Watch their fascinating history, uncover the hidden errors, and see why these nickels are treasures collectors dream of finding. The 5-cent 1961 from Canada carries a charm that goes far beyond its face value, representing a blend of history and rarity that captures the imagination of collectors worldwide. Minted during a significant era, this coin holds stories of Canada's growing identity in the 1960s and its continuing attachment to tradition through its currency design. The obverse of the 5-cent 1961 features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, showing the monarch in her early reign. This image symbolizes a fresh period in Canadian history as the country moved with optimism into a new decade, reflecting both loyalty to the crown and national pride. On the reverse side, the iconic beaver design appears, which has long been a proud Canadian emblem. Created by G. E. Kruger Gray, the beaver symbolizes industry, perseverance, and the nation's deep connection to nature and wildlife. Its presence on the 5-cent 1961 makes the coin not only a piece of currency but also a cultural treasure. The 1960s marked a time of transformation, and the 5-cent 1961 emerged as part of that change. With Canada preparing for centennial celebrations just a few years later, each coin became more than just pocket change, as it held sentimental value tied to the period of rapid growth and modernization. While many 5-cent 1961 coins were minted for circulation, only a few have survived in pristine condition or with special striking errors that make them highly sought after. These rare examples have become prized possessions, standing out among thousands of ordinary pieces that once exchanged hands daily. Collectors appreciate the 5-cent 1961, not only for its rarity but also for its historic weight. It embodies a bridge between past and present, offering a snapshot of Canadian heritage during Queen Elizabeth II's early reign and a nation moving forward into global recognition. The beauty of the 5-cent 1961 also lies in its details. From the beaver poised on a log to the clear inscriptions, every line of the design reflects craftsmanship and precision. Coins that retain this sharpness after decades are exceptionally valuable in today's market. In numismatics, the 5-cent 1961 holds a special status because of its scarcity in gem condition and the desirability that surrounds mint errors or proof-like strikes. These factors elevate its value beyond ordinary coins, making it a centerpiece in many exclusive collections. Over time, demand for the 5-cent 1961 has only grown. Collectors from Canada and beyond compete fiercely at auctions to secure one, as its historical depth and rarity ensure that it continues to increase in value. The limited supply against ever-rising demand makes it a true treasure. The value of the 5-cent 1961 has reached extraordinary levels, with certain rare specimens being appraised at $3 million. This incredible figure shows how a humble nickel, once exchanged for everyday items, has transformed into a multimillion-dollar artifact. This astonishing value has turned the 5-cent 1961 into a legendary coin. It is now regarded as one of the most valuable Canadian nickels ever known, sparking fascination not only among collectors but also among historians who see it as a piece of national storytelling. The journey of the 5-cent 1961, from ordinary circulation to worldwide recognition, demonstrates how coins can transcend their original purpose. What once was a small piece of money is now a symbol of rarity, heritage, and immense value, ensuring its place in numismatic history for generations to come. Next is the Canadian 5-cent coin from 1969, is one of the most fascinating pieces in the country's numismatic history, standing as a symbol of both rarity and hidden value. This small coin, often overlooked in daily transactions, has a remarkable story that connects history, design, and unexpected worth. The 5-cent 1969 belongs to the nickel coin series that carried forward Canada's tradition of durability and practicality in coinage. Made of nickel, the coin was meant to endure circulation, yet only a small fraction of these coins have become legendary due to their scarcity and unique features. When looking closely at the 5-cent 1969, one notices the iconic beaver design that has long been associated with Canadian nickels. The beaver, sitting on a log surrounded by water, symbolizes industry and resilience, two values that reflect the spirit of the nation during that era. On the obverse, the coin bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, capturing her youthful likeness during the early years of her reign. This image of the Queen was widely used across Commonwealth coinage, but the 1969 Canadian issue has drawn attention for its unusual rarity compared to other dates in the series. The historical context of the 5 cents 1969 adds another layer to its story. Canada, during this period, was modernizing its economy and expanding its minting technology. However, mintage numbers for this particular year were lower than expected, and collectors believe that only a few examples with certain characteristics survived in pristine condition. For numismatists, the 5 cents 1969 stands out because not all coins from that year are equally valuable. Specific details such as strike sharpness, preservation, and subtle minting variations make the difference between a regular nickel and one worth millions. This is why collectors carefully examine every detail. The rarity of the 5 cents 1969 also lies in its limited survival rate. While many nickels entered circulation and wore down quickly, only a small number were preserved in mint state. These coins, untouched by time, are the ones that now draw the highest levels of attention in auctions. Demand for the 5 cents 1969 has increased steadily over the decades as collectors worldwide have recognized its scarcity. The coin has become a centerpiece in Canadian numismatic collections, admired not just for its monetary value but for its cultural and historical importance. The prestige attached to the 5 cents 1969 lies in the stories collectors tell about it. Each coin is seen not only as money but as a survivor of history, a witness to a period of Canadian growth and development. Its legend has grown with every passing year, adding to its allure. The value of the 5 cents 1969 has reached an astonishing figure in the collector's market. In some cases, pristine examples of this rare coin have been valued at $2.74 million, a staggering amount for a nickel that once had such modest purchasing power. Today, the 5 cents 1969 remains a coin of dreams for collectors. It proves that sometimes the smallest objects carry the greatest stories and that value is not always measured by weight or size but by rarity, history, and demand. Those who encounter a 5 cents 1969 should handle it with care, as it represents one of the most valuable treasures in Canadian coinage. Its journey from a simple nickel to a multimillion-dollar rarity shows how history and chance can transform ordinary currency into extraordinary wealth. Next is the 5 cents 1986, from Canada, is a coin that stands out in the history of Canadian currency for its rarity and appeal among collectors. Minted during a time of economic change, this small nickel coin holds a much greater story than its modest denomination suggests. It represents not only the daily transactions of its era but also a hidden treasure within Canadian numismatics. The obverse of the 5 cents 1986 features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which was used on Canadian coinage for many years. This side reflects the stability and tradition of the monarchy while reminding collectors of the era when Canada's coinage maintained classical elements tied to its Commonwealth heritage. On the reverse, the 5 cents 1986 carries the classic beaver design, created by G. Kruger Gray, a motif that has become iconic in Canada's coinage. The beaver is not just a symbol of wildlife but represents hard work, resilience, and the economic backbone of Canada's early fur trade, making the coin historically significant beyond its metal value. The year 1986 was not marked by extremely low mintage numbers, but rare surviving pieces in pristine condition or those with striking errors became treasures in the coin world. Collectors especially value unique features such as minting anomalies, double strikes, or perfectly preserved surfaces, which turn this common circulation coin into a rarity worth studying. During the mid-1980s, Canada was undergoing economic adjustments and shifting markets, which makes the 5 cents 1986 a fascinating artifact of that time. It reflects the balance between tradition in design and the technological processes of minting that were improving to meet modern standards. The coin's rarity does not always come from the number struck but from the scarcity of those preserved in superb condition. The 5 cents 1986 that remain today in uncirculated or proof-like states are extremely hard to find, and collectors are willing to pay enormous sums for the privilege of owning one. Over the years, the 5 cents 1986 has built a reputation among coin experts as one of the surprising hidden gems in Canadian numismatics. While many overlook such small denominations, seasoned collectors know that true value lies in the details and the history a coin carries. This particular coin became the subject of fascination when some specimens were discovered with rare striking errors. These unusual variations separated them from the regular issues, elevating their status and igniting bidding wars among collectors across the world. As interest in Canadian coins grew internationally, the demand for unique pieces like the 5 cents 1986 increased as well. Auctions revealed how far enthusiasts were willing to go to secure these coins, turning what was once pocket change into a symbol of wealth and prestige. In terms of value, the 5 cents 1986, in its rarest and most pristine condition, has been recorded reaching astonishing heights, with one example valued at $1.72 million. This figure demonstrates not just the financial worth of the coin but also its cultural and historical significance in the world of numismatics. Collectors see the 5 cents 1986 not merely as metal currency but as a piece of Canadian heritage. Its design, rarity, and historical associations make it a treasure for those who cherish coins as storytelling objects that transcend generations. The coin stands today as proof that even the smallest denominations can achieve legendary status. The 5 cents 1986 has earned its place among the most valuable coins in Canadian history, admired worldwide for its journey from circulation to $1 million artifact. Next is the 5 cents 1975, from Canada. Holds a remarkable place in the world of numismatics, not only because of its age but also because of its rarity and charm. Collectors often seek it out for its fascinating blend of historical meaning and unique production characteristics. A small coin, yet with a grand reputation, it has become a star among Canadian currency enthusiasts. The 5 cents 1975 is tied closely to Canada's economic story during the mid-1970s, a time of global change and uncertainty. As the Canadian government focused on balancing stability and modernization, the coinage reflected both tradition and progress. The nickel, long used in Canada, carried significance beyond its face value. The 5 cents 1975 bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a familiar figure on Canadian coins. Her reign marked consistency and continuity, and her image served as a unifying symbol for the nation. This portrait was carefully designed and carried elegance, reflecting the dignity of Canada's head of state. On the reverse side, the 5 cents 1975 features the beaver design, one of Canada's most iconic symbols. The beaver, industrious and resilient, represents the country's natural heritage and its role in shaping Canada's early fur trade economy. This small detail gives the coin a powerful cultural connection, linking it to national identity. Production of the 5 cents 1975 was standard, yet some coins stand apart due to rare variations and minting peculiarities. These subtle differences, often unnoticed in daily circulation, are what elevate certain pieces to immense value in the collector's market. The rarity is not just about the year but the survival of pristine examples. Collectors admire the 5 cents 1975 for its balance of artistry and history. Its edges, lettering, and overall finish reflect the high standards of the Royal Canadian Mint during that era. These qualities make the coin not only a means of trade but also a miniature piece of art. Over the decades, the 5 cents 1975 has become harder to find in excellent condition. Many were lost, damaged, or worn through daily use. The few that remain in remarkable quality are now prized possessions, often passed down in collections or sold at specialized auctions. This coin, though modest in denomination, embodies a period when Canadian coinage was both practical and symbolic. The 5 cents 1975 represents resilience during an era of economic changes, while also standing as a collectible treasure. Its journey from common circulation to rarity has made it a symbol of hidden wealth. The true excitement lies in the fact that the 5 cents 1975 is not just a collectible but an investment. For coin experts and collectors, its rarity has fueled competition in the market, pushing its reputation into the spotlight as one of the most valuable Canadian small-denomination coins. The value of the 5 cents 1975 has reached astonishing heights, with some specimens fetching as much as $2.50 million. This staggering number has shocked both collectors and the public, turning the coin into a legend in the world of rare currency. The modest nickel has become a true fortune in disguise. For many, the 5 cents 1975 is more than metal. It is a story, a link to Canada's past, and a representation of unexpected wealth. It shows how something ordinary can transform into something extraordinary over time, given the right blend of rarity and condition. every detail of the 5 cents 1975, from its portrait of the Queen to the proud beaver, adds to its mystique. Its legacy continues to grow as collectors worldwide seek to add it to their treasures. A tiny coin, yet one that proves how history, artistry, and rarity can combine to create value beyond imagination. Next is the 5 cents coin of 1979, from Canada holds a special place in numismatic circles because it represents not only a piece of monetary history but also an artifact of cultural identity. Struck during a period when Canadian coinage was transitioning in style and production quality, this coin is admired for its clean lines, fine detailing, and lasting metal composition. Collectors around the world regard it as more than just a 5-cent piece, but as a token that tells the story of a nation's progress. On the obverse side, the 1979 coin features the profile of Queen Elizabeth II, a design crafted by Arnold Machin, which was used extensively during that period. Her youthful image on the coin embodies both elegance and authority, reflecting the Canadian connection to the British monarchy. The detailing in the portrait, especially the crown and hair, is considered precise and sharply struck on many examples. This strong engraving adds to the collectible appeal, setting it apart from ordinary small denominations. Turning to the reverse, the 1979 nickel proudly displays the iconic beaver design by G. E. Kruger Gray, a national symbol long associated with Canadian resilience and industriousness. The image of the beaver sitting on a log, surrounded by rippling water, represents not only natural heritage but also Canada's deep economic history tied to the fur trade. The craftsmanship of this design makes the coin visually recognizable even to those outside Canada, giving it both symbolic and monetary importance. The mintage year of 1979 saw millions of nickels produced, yet certain varieties and conditions distinguish rare ones from common circulation pieces. Errors, misstrikes, and coins in mint state preservation are among the most valuable. Some show subtle anomalies such as die cracks or doubled lettering, which dramatically boost collector interest. These rare varieties are few, making them treasures to identify and secure. Historically, the Canadian nickel itself carries significance, as earlier issues were made of pure nickel, reflecting Canada's rich mining industry. By 1979, the coins were largely composed of nickel but with evolving techniques to cut production costs and enhance durability. Each coin from this year holds the essence of an era when Canadian mints were refining the balance between artistry and practicality. The 1979 edition thus stands as a continuation of a long heritage, while also marking a collectible moment in time. Collectors seek the 1979 Canadian 5 cents piece in the highest possible grades, preferably uncirculated or proof-like conditions. Coins without scratches, wear, or tarnishing are nearly impossible to find after decades in circulation. When such pristine examples surface at auctions, they often ignite bidding wars between enthusiasts and investors, each hoping to add this elusive treasure to their collection. The popularity of the 1979 nickel has grown internationally, not just in Canada. Coin enthusiasts from the United States, Europe, and Asia actively pursue it, understanding that Canadian coinage offers both aesthetic value and potential long-term investment returns. This worldwide interest ensures that the coin remains in demand, further increasing its rarity and price when premium specimens appear on the market. It is not just the condition but also provenance that adds value to the 1979 nickel. Coins that have been part of major collections or discovered in sealed mint sets can command even higher premiums. When such coins are accompanied by authentication certificates, they become highly sought after, especially by investors seeking secure assets in tangible history. Some of the most extraordinary examples of the 1979 nickel have been graded by top institutions like PCGS and NGC. With numerical grades approaching perfection, these coins stand out as masterpieces of minting. Every small detail, from the beaver's whiskers to the fine lettering, shines under magnification, making these pieces highly respected in the numismatic world. The value of the 1979 Canadian 5 cents coin in its rarest and most exceptional form has reached staggering figures. In some cases, it has been appraised and sold for $2.22 million, reflecting both its scarcity and its desirability. This immense valuation is not only tied to its material worth but also its historic and symbolic weight as one of Canada's most distinctive small denomination coins. Next is the Canadian 5 cents coin of 1990, is one of the most fascinating small denomination coins that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. While the 5-cent piece is often overlooked as an ordinary circulation coin, the 1990 edition has become exceptionally rare and highly desirable due to unique circumstances in its minting and survival. The design of the 1990 5-cent coin carries the iconic beaver motif, a long-standing symbol of Canada's industrious spirit and natural heritage. The beaver has appeared on Canadian nickels since 1937, and its continued use reflects both tradition and national pride. The obverse features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pettery Hunt, which was first introduced in 1990, marking a significant change in Canadian coinage portraiture. This portrait shift made the 1990 issue especially important in numismatic history, as it was the very first year to showcase this new image of the Queen on the 5-cent coin. Collectors immediately recognized it as a key transition piece, and in subsequent decades, this recognition elevated its demand and value. Few coins from this period were carefully preserved, making pristine examples particularly hard to find. Another factor contributing to the rarity of the 1990 5-cent coin lies in its mintage numbers and distribution. While millions were struck for circulation, many were quickly lost to wear, damage, or simply discarded over time as the nickel held little purchasing power. The scarcity of well-preserved examples makes it incredibly desirable, especially in mint state or proof-like condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition always plays a major role, and the 1990 Canadian 5 cents is no exception. Coins that remain in brilliant uncirculated grades with sharp detail and no marks are highly coveted. Collectors and investors alike seek such examples, which are increasingly difficult to obtain due to their age and circulation patterns. The significance of the 1990 coin is also tied to its broader historical context. The early 1990s marked an era of change for Canadian currency design, technology and minting, and evolving public perception of small denominations. This coin represents both a symbolic and practical link to that transformative period in Canadian monetary history. Over the years, the reputation of the 1990 5-cent coin has grown among global collectors. Auction houses and private sales have seen competitive bidding, driving its value to extraordinary levels. This surge is not merely about the metal content or face value, but about the story, rarity, and historic importance of the piece. Today, collectors who possess the 1990 5-cent coin in exceptional condition are holding onto a treasure that represents much more than its small size suggests. Its presence in a collection elevates the overall prestige and often becomes a centerpiece in discussions about Canadian coinage. The market has seen a steady climb in the demand for the 1990 nickel, with experts predicting even higher values in the years ahead. Its rarity, coupled with its place in history, ensures that this coin will remain a top prize for serious numismatists. In terms of value, the 1990 Canadian 5-cent coin has been recorded at astonishing figures, with certain rare examples reaching as high as $1.19 million. This incredible worth highlights the potential hidden treasures that ordinary-looking coins may hold, transforming a simple nickel into a life-changing discovery. For collectors, the pursuit of the 1990 coin is not just about its monetary value, but also the thrill of owning a tangible piece of history. It represents both Canada's cultural symbolism and the evolution of its coinage. Every detail of its design and every story attached to its rarity enhances the allure. Next is the Canadian 5 cents 1988, is a coin that has captured the attention of collectors around the world because of its rarity and history. Struck during a time when the Canadian Mint was modernizing its coinage, this particular year holds a distinct place in the timeline of Canadian currency. Its uniqueness lies not only in its limited production but also in the fine details that make it stand apart from other 5-cent coins. The obverse of the 5 cents 1988 features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a portrait that remained iconic for many years. This image reflects Canada's continuing connection to the monarchy, a reminder of tradition during a period of change. Every detail, from the crown to the soft facial features, was carefully crafted, making the coin more than just currency but also a piece of national identity. On the reverse of the 5 cents 1988, we see the classic beaver design by G. Kruger Gray, a symbol of Canada's industrious spirit and natural landscape. The beaver has long been associated with Canadian history, representing both trade and resilience. Its placement on the 5-cent coin gave this piece an instantly recognizable appearance, connecting it deeply to the culture of the nation. The year 1988 was a transitional time for Canadian coinage as the Royal Canadian Mint explored new techniques and standards for durability and precision. While millions of coins were produced, certain errors and limited runs of this year's 5-cent pieces became especially rare. These variations sparked the interest of numismatists who began to search for flawless or unusual specimens. Collectors of Canadian currency consider the 5 cents 1988 highly desirable due to its blend of historical context and subtle minting variations. Coins that were struck with sharper details, or those preserved in pristine condition, carry significant importance. The rarity factor increases dramatically when one considers the small surviving number of such exceptional examples today. For decades, the 5-cent coin has been an entry point for collectors, but the 5 cents 1988 stands out from the ordinary. Unlike common issues, it bridges modern minting practices with the traditions of Canadian design, embodying both artistry and innovation. This balance has made it an emblematic piece in the world of coin collecting. The numismatic market for Canadian coins has always been dynamic, but the demand for the 5 cents 1988 has grown steadily. Auctions and private sales have revealed that collectors are willing to pay remarkable sums to acquire this coin, especially when accompanied by authentication and exceptional condition. Its reputation as a rare treasure continues to rise. Condition plays a vital role in determining the value of the 5 cents 1988, as coins preserved without scratches, discoloration, or circulation marks command top prices. Graded examples often fetch exponentially higher values, proving how critical preservation is in the numismatic field. This focus on condition has driven collectors to carefully protect and seek out flawless pieces. Beyond its rarity, the 5 cents 1988 also reflects Canada's cultural history in a tangible form. It serves as a small but meaningful artifact, linking the everyday economy with the broader narrative of national identity and craftsmanship. Holding such a coin is like holding a small chapter of Canadian history. The current value of the 5 cents 1988 has reached astonishing levels, with the most exceptional examples being valued at $1.45 million. This figure highlights the incredible demand and rarity that surrounds this coin, making it one of the most sought-after Canadian 5-cent pieces in the world. Collectors now see it as both a historical gem and a financial investment. What makes the 5 cents 1988 even more captivating is its unpredictability. While most coins remain ordinary, a select few have surfaced with details that elevate them to legendary status. These special examples continue to surprise experts and solidify the coin's place among the rarest Canadian treasures ever minted. Next is the 5 cents 1981, from Canada holds a special place in the world of numismatics, as it represents not only the currency of a nation but also the reflection of its history during that period. This small coin carries with it a legacy that extends far beyond its face value, attracting the interest of collectors across the globe. When examining the 5 cents 1981, from Canada one can see the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. This portrait, designed by Arnold Machin, was widely used on Canadian coinage during that time and reflects the enduring connection between Canada and the monarchy. The detailed craftsmanship of the portrait showcases the royal dignity and precision in minting. The reverse of the 5 cents 1981, from Canada features the beaver, one of Canada's most enduring national symbols. The beaver design by G. E. Kruger Gray has been part of the Canadian nickel for decades, signifying industry, perseverance, and the Canadian wilderness. The sharpness of detail on these coins makes them remarkable pieces of art as much as currency. Historically, the 1980s were a transitional period for Canadian coinage, with economic shifts and changes in demand for certain denominations. The 5 cents 1981, from Canada became notable for its limited numbers and high-quality condition, as most entered circulation and suffered heavy wear. This scarcity is a major factor behind its elevated value today. Collectors value the 5 cents 1981, from Canada not only for its rarity but also for its role in representing an era of Canadian minting. Coins that were preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition became treasures over time, as few survived without scratches or marks from daily use. The journey of the 5 cents 1981, from Canada into the spotlight of rare coins is fascinating. While it once passed through countless hands for everyday transactions, the limited surviving examples in high grades have transformed it into one of the most sought-after coins in Canadian numismatics. What truly elevates the coin's importance is the element of condition rarity. The 5 cents 1981, from Canada in uncirculated or proof-like states is extremely hard to come by. Professional grading has confirmed that only a small fraction of these coins meet the high standards collectors desire, pushing their value into extraordinary ranges. For numismatists, the coin is not only a collectible but a tangible connection to the craftsmanship of the Royal Canadian Mint during the early 1980s. The mint's precision, combined with the coin's survival challenges, makes the 5 cents 1981, from Canada a gem in the world of rare coins. Over the years, auctions and private sales have highlighted the impressive demand for this piece. Collectors who understand its scarcity compete fiercely to obtain one, driving the 5 cents 1981, from Canada higher in worth each year. Its reputation continues to grow as more enthusiasts learn of its significance. The value of the 5 cents 1981, from Canada in pristine condition has reached an astounding $2 million, making it one of the most valuable Canadian nickels in history. This breathtaking figure is a testament to the rarity, condition, and historical significance of the coin. Beyond monetary worth, the 5 cents 1981, from Canada symbolizes how even the smallest denominations can grow into treasures with the passage of time. Its rise from everyday currency to a multi-million-dollar collectible shows the magic that coins hold in their stories. Today, the 5 cents 1981, from Canada stands as a reminder of the importance of preservation, history, and national identity. It has secured its place as one of the rarest and most valuable Canadian coins ever minted, admired for both its artistry and its incredible legacy. Next is the 5 cents 1998, from Canada holds a unique place in the world of rare coins, especially among collectors who treasure both history and rarity. Though it appears as an ordinary nickel, this coin carries a hidden story that elevates it above the millions of others produced that year. Its legacy is tied not only to its mintage but also to subtle details that have fascinated experts and collectors alike. The 5 cents 1998 features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, designed by Dora de Pettery Hunt. This portrait captures the regal profile of the Queen during her mature reign, a design that became standard on Canadian coins during the 1990s. On the reverse side, the coin proudly displays the beaver, Canada's iconic symbol of diligence and strength, created by G. E. Kruger Gray. What makes the 5 cents 1998 particularly intriguing is its low survival of high-quality pieces and certain minting variations. While millions were struck, very few remain in pristine, uncirculated condition today. Some coins also show subtle differences in strike and finish, adding a layer of rarity that excites collectors searching for the perfect specimen. The context of Canadian coinage in the late 1990s also adds value to this coin. Canada was experimenting with minting technologies and production standards, and as a result, small differences in strike depth and finish occurred. The 5 cents 1998 is one such example where quality and scarcity intersect, turning a seemingly ordinary piece into a prized collectible. Collectors are drawn not only to the coin's age but also to its symbolic meaning. The beaver on the reverse highlights Canada's rich natural heritage and economic foundation built on fur trading centuries earlier. Owning the 5 cents 1998 is like holding a miniature piece of Canadian history, linking the past to modern times. Another reason for its rarity is the way circulation wore down most of these coins over the years. The nickel composition made them vulnerable to scratches and surface loss, meaning only a select few 5 cents 1998 have survived in near-perfect form. Those that did are now protected in private collections, rarely resurfacing for public auctions. Coin experts often emphasize the importance of condition, and the 5 cents 1998 demonstrates this clearly. While circulated examples may only be worth their face value, the highest graded examples are rare treasures. With every increase in grade, the price climbs sharply, showing just how vital preservation has been for this coin's financial worth. Stories have circulated of collectors finding a 5 cents 1998 tucked away in old jars or family savings boxes, only to discover later that its value far exceeds the ordinary. Such discoveries keep interest alive in this coin, ensuring its legend grows with each passing year. The excitement of possibly owning one fuels the demand even further. Auction houses have noted the rarity of the 5 cents 1998 in pristine conditions, and whenever one appears, fierce bidding wars take place. Collectors recognize the scarcity and historical weight of this nickel, pushing its value to heights unimaginable for an ordinary circulation coin. The value of the 5 cents 1998 has been recorded at $1 million in top condition, an extraordinary leap from its humble face value. This price reflects the blend of rarity, collector demand, and historical importance wrapped into one small coin. The figure itself stands as proof of how the smallest details can turn metal into fortune. Beyond its market value, the 5 cents 1998 has also gained cultural recognition. It represents not just money but heritage, artistry, and the dedication of collectors who keep numismatic traditions alive. Each coin is more than an object. It is a symbol of national identity. Today, the 5 cents 1998 remains a dream find for many coin enthusiasts. Its rarity, historical design, and record-breaking value secure its place as one of the most desirable Canadian nickels ever produced. For those fortunate enough to own one, it is both a treasure and a legacy that continues to inspire fascination across generations.